So I just want to take a couple minutes to give you some tips to help you succeed as an entrepreneur. If somebody was to ask you, what do you need to be successful? What would you say? What is that one thing that's going to help you separate from everyone else in the world that's trying to be an entrepreneur and do what you want to do? Or what's going to help you achieve your dreams and goals and really create the reality that you want? And it's very simple, and it's called resourcefulness. And what is resourcefulness? Resourcefulness is your ability to find information that you need, to get things done, to be able to say, well, what steps do I need to take to get to where I want to get to? What things do I need to do that are going to help me achieve my dreams? And a lot of times it's not focusing on the problem, because the problem is going to be there. And most people spend hours and hours focusing on the problem. And you got to remember that the way that you thought that got you into this problem may not be the way that's going to get you out of the problem. Because a lot of times solutions are not focusing on the problem. Solutions are focusing in getting the right questions that are going to give you the answers to get you past that hump. In other words, think of different ways that you can look at it. Think of questions that you can ask yourself. So what do I need to know that's going to help me? What do I need to do? Who can help me in this process? Maybe by giving me insights, maybe I can do some research on people that have gone through the same thing. Because creativity helps you thrive. But most people think you're just born with creativity. But the problem with that notion is that it's a good excuse not to move forward when you're not creative. But creativity actually comes from an abundance of information. It comes from learning. Resourcefulness comes from learning. So are you taking the time to learn? Whether it's listening to something every day, whether it's a course that you're taking, a video program, a YouTube videos, whether it's audiobooks or whatever it may be that's helping you grow and develop, so that when you do face a challenge, whether it's your relationship, your business, whether it's whatever it is that you want to create, that you're able to say, well, I have some strategies, I have some tools, I have some things that's going to help me. So the more tools that you can gain, the more successful you're going to be. And as an entrepreneur, that is the best thing that you can have. More tools in your toolbox. So when you need them the most, it just comes up and you have the tools to be able to move you forward. And that's what creates resourcefulness. It's adding tools to your toolbox. Not on a weekly, monthly basis. If you can, on a daily basis. I listen to audiobooks consistently. I watch YouTube videos. I take courses. I go to conferences. I go to workshops. Do whatever it takes to keep adding tools. And sometimes people say, how is that even related? Because it helps me think outside of my box. It helps me think outside of my culture, outside of my perspective of life. Every single thing helps shift your perspective of what your reality can be. So if you want to be resourceful, 1, commit to your growth and learning process. 2, expose yourself to different realities. And at the end of the day, when you have a challenge or when you have a problem, ask yourself, what questions should I be asking myself that's going to help me do this process? How can I see this differently? Maybe I'm thinking too small. How can I think bigger? Because sometimes when we even think bigger, I meet people that say, well, I want to make $1,000 a month. But then when I tell them, what about thinking, how can you make $10,000 a month? Then their thinking is completely different. And then getting $1,000 a month seems a lot simpler because now their questionings are very different. Who do you need to connect with? How can you market yourself? How can you put the information in front of people that are really going to help you do that? So sometimes even just thinking bigger as an entrepreneur actually accelerates your process, accelerates your growth, and makes the other stuff that you were thinking about seem pretty small. Or maybe even shifting the way that you see this. Instead of seeing this as a challenge or problem, saying, what can I learn from this? What can this teach me? What are some of the things that I can get out of this that's going to help me grow and develop? What can I be grateful for this experience that I have right now in this challenge? Because you could lose everything. And that losing of everything can be the biggest blessing that you've ever had. But the only way that it becomes a blessing is if you're willing to see the blessing in it. Because as soon as you step back and say, okay, instead of being angry, instead of being resentful, instead of being whatever it is, if you say, how can I be grateful for this? It's going to put you in a state where you can be more resourceful to be able to find solutions to help you grow and develop. So one, that mistake doesn't happen again, but also so you can grow and develop as a person and can be successful in different parts of your life. And hopefully then use that knowledge to help other people be successful as well. So again, if you want to be successful, what you need more than anything is to be resourceful and to be able to ask yourself the right questions, and then the answers to those problems will come naturally. Thank you.